This is a landmark as mysterious as it is magnificent. Mont Saint-Michel is a rocky island in Normandy, France. It is located just a kilometre off the country's north coast, at the mouth of the Couesnon River near Avranches. It is an architectural wonder, blending the natural environment of the island mount with remarkable feats of engineering and architecture. William de Volpiano, an Italian, was chosen as building contractor by Richard II of Normandy in the 11th century. He designed the Romanesque church of the Abbey, daringly placing the transept crossing at the top of the mount. According to legend, the Archangel Michael appeared to St Aubert, Bishop of Avranches, in 708 and instructed him to build a church on the rocky isle. Aubert repeatedly ignored the angel's instruction until Michael burned a hole in the bishop's skull with his finger. A church was built, and the religious connection has never been lost, despite the many trials the abbey and its inhabitants have undergone since. The mount gained strategic significance in 933 when William Longsword, Duke of Normandy, annexed the Cotentin Peninsula, definitively placing the mound in Normandy. It is depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry, which commemorates the 1066 Norman conquest of England. Ducal patronage financed the spectacular Norman architecture of the abbey in subsequent centuries. In 1067, the monastery of Mont Saint-Michel gave its support to William, Duke of Normandy, in his claim to the throne of England. It was rewarded with properties and grounds on the English side of the Channel. Like many ancient fortresses, it has seen its share of tragedy. In 1204, the Breton Guy de Tours, allied to the King of France, undertook the seat of the mount. After having set fire to the borough and having massacred the population, he was constrained to beat a retreat under the powerful walls of the abbey. Unfortunately, the fire which he himself lit extended to the buildings and the roofs fell prey to the flames. Horrified by the cruelty of his ally, King Philip Augustus offered Abbot Jourdan a grant for the construction of a new Gothic-style architectural setting, which included the addition of the refectory and cloister. During the 100 Years' War, the English made repeated assaults on the island, but were unable to seize it, partly due to the abbey's improved fortifications. The Michelettes, two wrought iron bombards left by the English in their failed 1423 to 1424 siege of Mont Saint-Michel, are still displayed near the outer defence wall. Charles VI is credited with adding major fortifications to the Abbey Mount, building towers, successive courtyards, and strengthening the ramparts. However, its popularity and prestige as a centre of pilgrimage waned with the Reformation, and by the time of the French Revolution, there were scarcely any monks in residence. The abbey was closed and converted into a prison, initially to hold clerical opponents to the Republican regime. High-profile political prisoners followed. But in 1836, influential figures, including Victor Hugo, had launched a campaign to restore what was seen as a national architectural treasure. The prison was finally closed in 1863, and the mount was declared a historic monument in 1874. Mont Saint-Michel was given UNESCO World Heritage status in 1979, but as long as Mont Saint-Michel stands on its lonely island, it will remain a symbol of mystery and contemplation, the intriguing keeper of secrets.